But this week we have Man of Steel, which we both saw.
Yes, we did. What did you think, Grady?
I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I don't. I think I was hoping for more because I was disappointed by the last Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this one just had some flaws in it that I had a hard time with. I love the guys from How It Should Have Ended, the YouTube channel, because there's lots of glaring flaws in the plot that I had a tough time with. I didn't love Superman very much as the character, but his supporting cast was really good. I loved Kevin Costner. I loved.
Diane Lane was good as his mom.
She's okay. I didn't love her.
Oh, snap. Russell Crowe. What do you think of Russell Crowe?
I loved Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
in my review, I said that he's almost redeemed himself from Hand in Hand with Amanda Seyfried ruining Les Mis. He's almost redeemed himself.
Yeah, I think he has. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I didn't have as much qualms with Russell Crowe in Les Mis as you did, but I know a lot of people didn't care for his performance in that. But those same people are walking out of Man of Steel saying, "Oh yeah, Russell Crowe, he is kind of awesome." And I revisited Cinderella Man recently. Man, that's a great show, isn't it? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that one.
Ooh, that's a good one. But anyways, continue on with Man of Steel. Go ahead. Pros and cons.
I do agree he's a good actor, and he's great in this. One of the things that I loved, one of the themes that I liked was about adoption, and just how it ties into the gospel, the idea of the families that can't have children of their own or just want to be able to love someone else in their family. When you adopt a child and go to the temple, it's as if they are born into your family, and how that's a real son or daughter, and it's not any longer a adopted kid or a second-class citizen in your home, but that it really is a son or daughter. And that theme comes up in this movie when it comes to Superman or Clark Kent trying to come together with these two worlds as they collide, where he's got his Earth parents and then he's got his ethereal parents who sent him down to Earth to learn and to be an example.
Very much a Christ figure, sent by his father to be a savior and an example, and there's definitely parallels there.
Yeah, and they did a good job with it. They didn't really shy away from it, even to the scene where he's sitting in the chapel talking with some random preacher about things, and there's a big old Christ stained glass, in the background.
And then when he's in space and he pushes away and he's floating away in the, like that, absolutely. Okay, cool. So what would you say? You didn't really care for Henry Cavill too much. How did you think Henry Cavill's torso did, though? Because I think Henry Cavill's torso put a lot of work into preparation for this film, and is getting a lot of accolades from all over the board, but especially soccer moms. Soccer moms are really tuning into how fine this performance was.
I was going to say, where are you going for your information? It seems like Pinterest, maybe.
That is exactly Pinterest and Facebook. As the women blow up with their lust for Henry Cavill, and the men must bite their tongues about any similar type thing because suddenly we're all monsters. But also, we're not supposed to look upon people to lust after them.
I wasn't.
I was not lusting as much as I was watching that thinking, man, I gotta get to the gym. Which is also what I think anytime there's a movie starring The Rock.
Oh, I see The Rock and I go, I don't stand a chance. Never mind.
Yeah,
so what do you think about Superman? Or Man of Steel?
Man of Steel. Here's the thing. I was a couple steps down from love. I thought it had some pacing issues. I thought it was trying to cram too much in, and so there wasn't a lot of. There were moments that should have breathed more. That just kind of it almost felt like they're going off the checklist. I thought visually it was astounding, and Zack Snyder, who's known for his slow it down and speed it up type of filming style, brought something entirely new to this that we're not used to seeing from him. Hans Zimmer's score was excellent. On a technical level, it's all good. I really enjoyed Henry Cavill as Superman. I liked I think he wasn't quite as... He had the gee whiz innocence, but they added some layers there of rage, of being bullied, and I think it's been out long enough. Almost everyone's seen it. Let's talk freely about it, shall we?
Yes, if you have not seen it, press that 15-second skip button 4 times.
Okay, sounds good.
We got a minute.
I loved when he unloaded on Zod for picking on his mom, and said, you will not threaten my mother. And someone else pointed out, I think it's absolutely true, this is the first bully that he's been allowed to hit back, and so he just goes off on him. So yeah, I thought it had some pacing issues, but I really enjoyed it. The two things that people are always complaining about, spoiler, Superman kills Zod, he breaks his neck, and they're saying Superman shouldn't kill, he doesn't kill, and then and they say, and how many thousands of people died when Superman's battling Zod and buildings are falling down, and it just went on for too long. And I see people's point on both those things, but I have to disagree on both counts. Number one, let's see, David Goyer, who wrote the film, he also did the Dark Knight trilogy. He says, Bruce Wayne has this no-killing rule based on he saw his parents get gunned down, and to him his conscience is, and there's a great line in Batman Begins that our conscience is what separates us from the villains, that's the one thing that separates us. Anyways, and so he won't be an executioner. Superman has no reason not to kill. And David Goyer, the writer of Man of Steel, he says, so we're giving him that reason in future installments. Here he has this impossible choice, and he opts to save human lives, but kill the last remaining member of his race. And you see him really torn up and weeping about it and screaming about it, which I think is far better of. People forget, Christopher Reeve's Superman killed people too. Not only he killed Zod. He killed Zod, but the thing, if you remember Superman 2, he goes into that chamber and it takes away all, it's supposed to take away his powers, but it takes away Zod's powers and the other people. And so what does Superman do? Instead of arresting Zod, who's now mortal and human and has no power, he crushes his finger bones into dust and then drops him into the abyss of the Fortress of Solitude. And, and the other people die too, but it's all kind of tongue-in-cheek, funny, and the triumphant John Williams music is playing, so no one really cares. I much prefer this Man of Steel version where he has to kill and it completely tears him up.
Yeah, and it has. I mean, that's what I like, is that it had such a profound effect on him. It wasn't something that he did lightly. It was something that he didn't want to do, but Zod is just, just egging him on, basically saying, just do it, Yeah. Because if you don't, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and that brings me to the other thing is people say, why did he fight Zod in the city? And there's so many. Well, Zod has just said, you've taken away my whole reason for living. My whole reason for being here is, to protect Krypton. Now I can't do that. So what's my mission now? To destroy Earth and destroy all the people in it. So Superman can't say, hey Zod, follow me, let's go fight in the desert, like this is a Dragon Ball Z episode. He's not going to follow him out there. Superman flies away, Zod's going to be like, sweet, the city's mine. So these two titans have to duel in the middle of the city, and what I did like about this, I like that Superman doesn't save everybody. I actually like, Christopher Reeve Superman. I love Christopher Reeve Superman, raised on him, but dude could fly around the world to reverse time. Once you've established...
I hated that part.
Yeah, and you establish that as an option, then he has an easy out anytime. And here you have Superman. He can't be in two places at once, and so there are people... There's higher stakes, I like that there's no red underpants. I think I like the movie more than you did, but I was a big fan.
No, so I think it's good, and I think it's worth seeing in the theater, and so if you haven't seen it yet and you're joining us again, it's worth seeing. It's probably down in the dollar theater now, or at least second run. Go see it, because it is worth seeing in the theater. It's big. I mean, I love when they show Krypton and just how immense that planet is and how lush it is. Yeah. I went and watched the opening sequence of Superman 2. Superman 1. When they're on Krypton, and just how lackluster that one is.
Compared to today.
Yeah, it looks like they're on the moon. It's just
John Williams' score saves it.
Oh yeah, it does.
It lends a majesty that the visuals don't have, but that score is one of the best scores ever written.
Yeah. Now, as far as content-wise, really, it's just the violence. There's no foul language.
No sex.
Yeah, so I would say it's 4 stars for content. For me.
I would
Maybe
agree.
even 5. Depends on how old your kids are. Because there's
I
a
would.
cool breakneck scene. Lots of
Yeah,
innocent people
and
die.
lots of and the fights are fairly brutal, the superpowered fights, and so, my 7-year-old wanted to see it, and he's my stepson. I told him to hold off, and so he went ahead and saw it with his dad. So whatever, I can't win every battle.
Yay,
Um,
mixed families.